Hello again. I know I'm already doing a third one of these in 24 hours. Look what you've unleashed on the world. But anyway, I said I would answer questions if anybody submitted them and do it in video form because it's more interesting that way. And I've received my first one already. Somebody asked me about the origins of my screen name and why I go by BeatleBabe. It's probably a much longer and drawn out story than you ever wanted or cared to know, but I'll enlighten you anyway, just because I'm in a good mood, so. Anyways, I'm pretty much ancient in internet years. I've been online since like 1994, so yeah, I'm old. I have no life, but somewhere around, I think it was 1995, I went on the first website that needed a screen name for it to sign up for. Of all things, it was a Legos website, like those little building bricks things that I'm sure y'all played with as kids. Yeah, it was something like Lego Island. I don't know. The site's it's long gone, but I signed up as BeatleBabe 007. It was sort of one of those double meaning type deals where, sure, I sort of kind of wanted it to mean babe in the sense everybody thinks of, but it's also because I know at 10 years old, 9 years old, however old I was pretty much a baby, so yeah, I kept it for that reason on various websites because I always ended up being the baby of every website I went to, for the most part. There's a few exceptions, but yeah, I thought BeatleBabe 007 sounded pretty badass. Still do, but and I used it for, what was it? There was this old game, it was sort of like the predecessor to those virtual pets. It was called Cats. There was a dogs edition and stuff. They've recently brought it back, but it's not the same. I don't like it anymore, but I used to be way into that community, and I'd go under that screen name there. And I went on all sorts of different Beatles websites, obviously, and mailing lists and message boards, always using the same screen name. Unfortunately, I didn't have my own email address yet, so all this crap getting mailed to BeatleBabe was being sent to my dad's email address, and after a while, it adds up. I could show you guys my inbox, a screen grab of it, and it's insane how much mail I get every single day. Back then was no exception, but it's only gotten worse with time. But anyway, so, got my own email address, which back then they didn't have that rule where you have to be like 13 or 14, whatever it is by law now, to get one. But unfortunately, BeatleBabe 007 was already taken, which it blew my mind that somebody else had already taken it, since I thought I was all original for coming up with it. I'd never seen another BeatleBabe online. I've since seen many, many people copy the screen name and take it. Whatever, I don't have a copyright or any bullshit on it. So I had to go I tried doing it without any numbers on the end. That was taken. Tried it with and without the, underscore in it. Was taken both ways. So I let it do that thing where it generates random numbers, and 32 was the most even number out of there. So I still, to this day, have the same email address I did at like 12 years old. At this rate, I'll probably still have it when I'm 32, so, but that's good, I don't mind. So there's that. And I wanted the screen name for my instant messengers. I got it for Yahoo, which, that account, yeah, long gone. Couldn't get it for AOL Instant Messenger, so I've gone through about 1 million different names over there, but I still remember my first one was Jenn Macca being short for McCartney. I still like that screen name. I still occasionally use it every here and there, but not too often anymore. I went through so many different names on there, though it's not even funny. That one's long gone too. I have like Liza's little protege on there now and a few others that are linked to it. But anyway, those are for different purposes. So yeah, there was that. And way back in the day, in 1998 or so, yeah, Yahoo groups didn't exist yet. It was all Yahoo clubs still. Paul McCartney owned a group on there for his late wife, Linda, who had passed away. And and he was still involved with it back then. He's not anymore. It's pretty much, I think it's fan run now, and it's a group now, but back then, it was pretty cool. And I used my BeatleBabe screen name on there. Managed to screw up pretty bad. You should ask me sometime about how I almost got sued by Paul McCartney when I was 14 years old. I should not be proud of that. I'm not proud of it. I'm not, but some people still hold it over my head to this day, even though it was the stupidest thing. It was I even said it was a joke, but it didn't make any difference because, yeah, it was all bad. So then, since I didn't want to be hated in the fandom, I started making different screen names for a while, for about a year or two, and seeing how long it took to get found out on each of those. And eventually I just went back to the first one. People got over it. Everything was cool. Then there was the live journal thing. I went through. I don't think I ever had BeatleBabe over there because it was already taken. So I've gone through, oh god, at least a dozen of those. I'm at Jenny OneNote now, if anybody's curious. You have to let me know who you are if you want to be friended, though. I have it locked on friends only, so random strangers don't read it, because that would kind of piss me off. So there was that. But ultimately, in all my fandoms, even though I've always tried to come up with screen names that are relevant for the fandom, it always boils down to BeatleBabe. That's the one everybody knows me as, and the people come out of the woodwork and ask me if I'm that person. Some of them know me from other message boards, some of them know me for writing stuff, some of them know me for my artwork. I have a DeviantArt account, but it's not under BeatleBabe. It's under Liza's Little Protege. I can post a link if anybody's really interested, even though it's kind of shitty, but... So there's that, and... yeah, because since everybody just knows me as it, it's the name I try and go with universally, so... Hopefully, I didn't bore you all to tears, because, yeah, it's not a very interesting story, and this is way longer and more drawn out than I'd ever intended on it being, so... yeah. That's all. Just another over-obsessed Beatles fan.